Hello, welcome back to another 2 chapters of the Dragons of Blueland. Well, yesterday our friends have been reunited and Elmer is with the dragon again and they're off to try and rescue the dragon's family. So here we go with Chapter 7, The Dragons of Blueland. Tell me more about your family, said Elmer as the dragon flew over the harbor and northward along the coast of Popsicornia. Do you all look alike? Oh no, we've all got gold-colored wings and red feet and horns, but my father is blue, my mother is yellow. All my 6 sisters are green, ranging from yellow-green to blue-green. We boys are all both blue and yellow. I have wide stripes, but 2 brothers have narrow stripes. One with the stripes going the other way. One has yellow polka dots on blue, and one has blue polka dots on yellow. One has a yellow head and a body and 1 leg, with 3 blue legs and a tail. One is speckled blue and yellow like a bird's egg, and the last has patches of blue and yellow. Oh, how wonderful! You must look like an Easter parade when you're all together. Yeah, I guess we do, said the dragon, especially when Father has us doing our exercises. He's a great one for exercises. What? Exercises? Said Elmer. Yeah, you know, like standing on your head and somersaults and leapfrogging and all that sort of thing. Of course, in the summer, we spend most of our time mowing the meadows and taking care of the flowers. Each one of us has a special part of Blueland that we take care of. I wonder what's become of my piece. I suppose Mother has taken it over. I had the marshy part near the lakeside, which is why I really love marsh, marigolds, and skunk cabbages. But what about in the winter time? Asked Elmer, looking down at the line of waves breaking against the rocky shore in the moonlight. It must be very cold and snowy. It's not much fun doing exercises then. Oh, we do exercises summer and winter. Father sees to that. Of course, we have a lot of fun sliding down the mountain slopes and onto the frozen lake. But the winter's really fun because we sit in a circle of our cave. And our father tells us scary stories about knights. It seems there used to be a lot of knights who would ride around just looking for dragons. They captured and killed most of us dragons, but a few escaped to live in Blueland. My father says that his grandfather can remember the knights very well with their heavy coats of armor and their lances and swords and helmets. Oh, sure, I've read about them in books, said Elmer. But those dragons were always fierce and trying to eat people right up. Oh, that's nonsense, said the dragon. That's just what the knights liked other people to believe, so everybody would think that they were really brave when they went dragon hunting. Dragons can look fierce sometimes, but they're really very gentle. That's why we finally ran away to Blueland. They wanted to be left alone, and now more men have decided to bother us. Goodness knows what they'll do to us this time. If only we get back in time. We can't possibly make it before tomorrow evening. That will make it over 2 days since I left. Oh, we'll save your family all right, said Elmer hopefully. I can't wait to see them all. And then he snuggled up against the baby dragon's neck and dreamed of the rescue as they sped through the night toward the mountains of Blueland. Chapter 8, To Spiky Mountain Range. Where are we going to rest tomorrow? Asked Elmer, biting off a corner of a chocolate bar to help him stay awake. Well, I'm trying to get us all the way to the Spiky Mountain Range, said the dragon. No more Mr. Wagon Wheel for me if I can help it. He's awful. Oh no! A searchlight! Interrupted Elmer as a beam of light shot up from below, lighting up the dragon's gold-colored wings. Oh, it's from that ship, Elmer. They saw me last night, too. Hold on tight. I'm going to try to dodge it, yelled the dragon, swooping, diving up, diving down, swerving from side to side. Elmer grabbed onto the dragon's neck and held on as hard as he could. He didn't dare open his eyes, but he could hear men shouting on the ship. Right, move her to the right, faster, faster, left. Hey, I think something's riding on whatever that is. Look like a boy, shouted another man. And then the moon slipped behind a cloud bank. The dragon escaped from the beam of light and flew frantically through the darkness while the light danced over the sky, still looking for them. Good work, said Elmer, feeling dizzy and very sick. Oh, but they saw us. They saw both of us, moaned the dragon. Well, that's all right. They don't know where we're going, and we'll have your whole family rescued by the time they decide on what we are, said Elmer, wondering if it would be wiser to finish eating his chocolate bar perhaps later. He was still feeling pretty sickish. Yeah, I hope you're right, muttered the dragon doubtfully. On and on they flew until at dawn they were over Seaweed Bay and Dewey's Lookout. The dragon swung westward over Seaweed City and landed in a forest on Spiky Mountain Range. He was so tired he fell asleep before he even had a chance to get a drink of water. Elmer finished eating his chocolate bar and ate another one, and then he ate a whole box of the Fig Newtons. Then he drank from the mountain stream and curled up behind the sleeping dragon. Luckily, they did not know who had seen them over Seaweed City. Ever since Mr. Wagon Wheel had seen the dragon Thursday, he'd been trying to convince his neighbors that he really had seen a blue demon, but nobody believed a word of his story. He had bothered the whole town so much they told him to go tell the Seaweed City police. He had planned to go on Sunday, but he changed his mind in the middle of Saturday night. He woke Mrs. Wagon Wheel up. You take care of the morning milking, and I'll be back in time for dinner. I'm taking the horse and the wagon. What? Said Mrs. Wagon Wheel. I'm off, said Mr. Wagon Wheel, and Mrs. Wagon Wheel heard the kitchen door slam behind him. So, at dawn, just as he was trotting through the outskirts of Seaweed City, Mr. Wagon Wheel looked up into the sky to see what sort of day it was going to be, and he almost fell out of his seat. The blue demon! He screamed. With a boy or something on his back? He looked around wildly for someone to show this to, but nobody was around. And by the time he reached the police station and he found someone who would listen to him, Elmer and the dragon were safely hidden in the forests of Spiky Mountain Range. And that is the end of Chapter 8. So, I have a question for you today. What would you do if you happened to look up into the sky one day and see a dragon flying through the sky? Perhaps you saw a dragon with a boy on his back. What would you do? Would you laugh? Would you cry? Would you run and tell somebody? Would you think you were going crazy? Let me know. I'm curious. I'm not quite sure what I would do. I think I'd really panic out if I saw a dragon flying through the sky over my head. Well, I hope you had fun listening to these 2 chapters of the Dragons of Blueland. Tomorrow, hopefully, we can get to a bit of a rescue. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.